Welcome back to Casuregni, everybody. It is Caldum 19, and the Red Wardens are still exploring Mukatara Island. Last time we were with them, they found an interesting waterfall shrine to the Guardian. They ended up having to fight off several dragonkin, and in the center of the statue found a small dragon, opalescent in color, and it left, thanking them for freeing it, saying it was going to return to its mother. They decided they were going to head back to the home of the Guardian to report their findings and ask for assistance to get to the next location that they wanted to check out. And they had defeated some fire spirits, elemental forces, and had decided to camp out there. And that is where we pick up with them on the morning of the 19th.
We didn't roleplay the rest, did we?
Nope.
Okay, so we're just waking up, or it's just the day of?
It's the day of. It's late morning-ish. Because you had just kind of set out when you found that fire area. So it's after that has occurred. You were going to keep pressing on. You just haven't yet.
Okay. Awfully quiet today.
Happens.
I had to step away for a sec. What happened?
You just missed the recap.
Yet.
We just
Are we
started.
Ready to go?
Okay. Sure, let's go.
I'm sorry. One more clarifying question. Was this directly after the fight? Or did we rest?
You had decided to rest, but you hadn't taken the rest yet.
Oh. Wait, so is it the morning? I'm confused.
It's late morning. You guys,
you said it was morning.
You had set out, you came across these fire spirits, you defeated them, and you decided to rest. That was where we left off.
So we're just chilling. Were we short resting then?
Yes. You were just trying to gather your bearings.
Okay. It does not look like I took a short rest, so I'm going to do that. Okay.
Oh, I don't think I ever gave you access to that token. Let me do that.
That's okay.
Because everything's being laggy still from the updates.
So are we moving or resting? I'm still confused.
You had decided to...
Let's
say you guys had decided to take a short rest at the end of last session, but you had not taken it yet.
Thank you.
Oh.
Do you need a short rest, John? $56 out of 71.
Yeah, probably should. Plus, I
whoops! I hit the wrong button. My bad.
That's the real important.
68. Do you want another one?
No.
No? Okay. Right. Well, I'm good to go.
All right. So, who's going to lead the charge towards the Guardian's place?
Sarai has been doing it.
Yeah, Star, I can if you guys want me to.
Okay, if you could just roll a
If you
survival
want.
check.
Yep, let me just double click on Star sheet real quick. Survival roll.
All right.
17.
That will get you guys to the edge of the river. Before nightfall. I roll for random encounter. Nothing happens. You get there safe. It's just lots of
Hey.
bugs. You know what? Hang on. I will roll. Whoa, shoot, as I drop my d4. 1 second. Nira walks through a spider web.
Oof.
Big ol' spider web. It's all
Is the spider
in your
on the web?
No, just walked through the spider web. It's in her hair. It's all over her clothes. She's pretty sure she's got some in her mouth.
It's amazing because I wasn't even talking.
Is anyone here interested in herbology?
I can be interested in something and be terrible at it.
True. There are several species of fascinating colored mushrooms as you walk.
Oh, no. No, I'm staying away from that.
Would have made Oliver very happy, but he's not here.
Poor Oliver.
Different world.
Different world entirely.
I completely forgot to unmute my mic. Star, I would look into them.
Starry would look into them. If you want to go ahead and roll nature.
Yeah.
Wow. Hands across the board.
You find 4 different kinds of mushrooms, of which 2
Mhm.
don't seem to be poisonous. 2 of them definitely seem to be poisonous. In fact, one of them, as you go to like touch it, you thankfully you have the foresight to poke it with a stick first, and it releases a puff of like gas that you quickly back away from, and avoid any harm coming to you. But you do find 2 that are just, they have very pretty patterns on them, and they just seem lovely. They don't seem to be poisonous.
You could play
Interesting.
mushroom roulette
She'll
with them.
try to like poke him
Most
first
Unrealistic things, mushroom.
Um,
Worst.
before like she would touch them with her hands. But if she
Yeah, you
feels
poke at
they're
them.
safe to,
You poke at them with a stick, and only the one does something crazy when you poke it with a stick. The other one
Okay.
is brightly enough colored that you can probably guess that it's poisonous. The other 2, they're not as brightly colored, but they have fun patterns on them.
Okay. She's going to carefully harvest them.
Okay. go ahead and
And
roll
put them in some
me.
like little.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a d100.
Okay.
All right. You managed to get a small cluster of mushrooms.
Okay.
Nothing crazy, but a nice little snack.
Feed the bear.
And then as the sun is starting to set, the jungle is starting to grow dark. You hear the sound of running water, and you emerge at the bank of a large and rather rapidly flowing river. Not large like the Abai Pass, but still a large river.
I don't know if I'd camp too close to the river.
What if it
Not
floods?
close.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
We should be fine if we keep like what 20, 30 feet from us in the river.
No. Depends on what the bank looks like.
What does the bank look like?
It depends on where you are. Some of it is just a muddy slope into it. Others are just rock. Rock, then river.
Well, like the angle of the slope. Like, is it like a gentle, like, you know, 10
No,
degree slope, or is it 45-degree
no,
slope?
they're pretty steep slopes.
Okay, then we don't have to be that far, unless it's super flood. In which case, not much you can do about it, anyways.
To make it easy, we'll look for a place that's the safest looking to camp in, and we'll camp there.
I love the description
I'd
there.
not play- I don't want to play the math game. I'm tired.
Fair enough. Just for the sake of it, I'll say you guys can deduce a fairly safe place that you, weighing the pros and cons, feel is probably your best bet for the night. I mean, it is Mukatara Island. Nowhere could be considered safe.
That's why I said safest.
But you do find a nice flat spot that doesn't seem to have been too affected by the river. You set up your tents. And I'm assuming you're going to be taking watches?
Yes.
Is there any conversation that happens before you all settle for bed?
I do not have anything planned.
Well,
Nope.
All right, who's on first watch?
Always Beck,
And who's with Beck?
and I'm assuming Kina.
and it has been Hina, yeah.
Will it be Beck
Guess
and
it's
Hina
Beck and
again?
Hina then.
All right.
I guess so.
All right. Either one person rolls perception with advantage, or both of you roll perception.
Do you want advantage, or do you just want to both roll? I guess we're
Well,
both
you
rolling.
can both roll. You're both on it.
All right. So, your watch is quiet for a jungle. Not quiet. Quiet. You can still hear birds and insects and other critters around. And of course, then there's the roar of the river.
So not eerily quiet, just quiet-ish.
It's nighttime in the jungle,
Be right back.
so nothing crazy happens. And it
Cool.
comes time to wake second watch. Who's usually
Nira will be doing that.
Nira. And it has been Zelia with her.
Yes.
Is Zelia going to be on second
Yeah.
watch?
Yep, might as well.
Okay, again, same thing. Either one person rolls with advantage, or each rolls perception. Nice average.
Celia
there.
sees nothing.
So, on your watch, Nira, you would see this, Zelia would not. Across the river, there are lights.
Or what? Sorry.
Lights. Soft, orange-colored lights. They seem to flicker a bit, but you can't tell if that's because it's moving through the trees, or if it's because the light itself is flickering.
I would just watch it, I think. Does it seem to be coming toward us, or is it just moving?
It's just moving.
There's no point in going after it.
It's one of those things that because the jungle is so dark, the light catches your eye.
Mhm.
But it does seem to be quite a distance away.
Yeah, I'll just watch it and do nothing else with it.
Okay. Your watch comes to an end.
And it has been Celebrin and Emel on third watch. Is that still the case?
I think so.
Celebrin can do that.
Jake.
Okay. Well, then you're awakened.
All right. Emel, would you like advantage on your roll, or would you like Celebrin to roll with you?
I mean, he probably has a better perception by himself,
All right.
so he should probably get advantage. If he has more than a +1,
Yes, but he's an NPC, so he cannot take advantage. Okay.
All right. Well, then I will probably say he's gonna roll better.
Well, considering he rolled a natural 1, I'm gonna go with no.
Well, 17 plus 1 is 18, so.
That's a lot better than his
Yeah.
natural 1. So,
It's not it either.
on your watch, Emel, you can also see the lights that Nira saw on her watch. They're fainter now, they're farther away, it seems. But you can also see the soft orange glow flickering in the distance.
Hmm.
Celebrin sees none of this.
Celebrin.
Yeah.
Do you see those over there?
Huh? Oh. Yeah, what is that?
Those. I don't know. It doesn't fill me with a great feeling.
Is it torchlight?
I don't know. That's the concerning part.
That is concerning. Nira can do that thing where she just disappears and reappears somewhere else, right? I'm not imagining that.
Yes. Probably not.
Do you think in the morning she'd be able to go across the river and check it out?
I mean, in the morning, we could all probably cross the river, Celebrant.
I mean, that's fair. She'll have the easiest time, though.
I could swim across.
In your armor?
You take off my armor to swim across. We also don't know if it's horribly dangerous to swim across. You never know.
I mean, that's true. It does seem the water is fast moving, which would make it precarious.
Yeah. We'd have to see.
Of course, by morning, they'll probably all be gone, no matter what they are.
Yes. So, suppose there's no point in worrying about it. It hasn't bothered us all night.
True.
So.
So, what's your thoughts on Death Island so far?
Quite anticlimactic, really. I expected more dying.
Maybe everything's distracted by whatever's happening on the volcano.
Maybe. You never know. What do you think of Death Island?
It's fascinating, really. There's a lot of, history and things that just don't exist anywhere else. That we found, at least. I mean, we found more stuff about dragons here than the rest of civilized society.
True. It is kind of weird, isn't it? But I don't really know what to tell you about that.
Also, we keep finding signs that there's something living here. But yet we have no
Well-
evidence that something actually lives here.
Well, except for all the signs that something lives here.
Right, but we don't have any idea what it is. Or rather, who. It's obviously the creatures live here. But I'm talking about this sign that something sentient, besides the Guardian, lives here. And we have no proof of what it is.
I mean, I suppose as long as it doesn't bother us. Again, about the same amount of problem as those lights over there.
You don't suppose the lights are connected?
I have no idea.
You're not very good at this gossiping thing, are you?
Well, I'm not really good about gossiping about things I don't know about.
You don't want to speculate?
To speculate about, I don't know anything about it. It's a light floating over there.
Theorize.
Could be some strange
Use your imagination.
I don't know, maybe undead. Who knows?
That would be terrifying.
It is called Death Island, after all.
True. Not going to lie, we have lasted a lot longer than I thought we would.
True.
I also didn't expect to
Well,
find a
what do you
deity
think,
here,
Owen?
so. I was thinking maybe it's survivors that have managed to, you know.
Like,
Do what
for
we're
all to
doing.
Be just normal torp. And if there were survivors, they wouldn't have lights spread out all over. They'd probably have a central fire like we do.
Unless they're hunting.
You wouldn't hunt at night here.
Fair.
Also, it doesn't make sense to carry light with you if you are hunting. Give away your position to whatever you're.
I mean, that's true. Also, don't tell Nira this. But I've had this strange feeling that we're being watched.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't have any proof of it.
I don't know. But I'll keep my eye out for it. How was your ruin expedition the other night?
Fascinating. And he pulls out his notebook and begins to show you. I found these runes on the inside of the hollow in the statue where the little dragon was.
Yeah.
See, they look like arcana runes. Like, you know, for spells and things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try and figure out what it's for.
Fair. I mean, good to try and keep up on any information we can about this place.
I think I might read a book when we get back.
Who knows? Someone might read it.
Well, I mean, it would be a scholarly thing because we don't really have any information about this place. So I'd be writing about my experiences here, so now there's actual information.
Maybe we won't be back. Maybe we'll be killed on the way back. Keep its secrets hidden. You never know. Just
The
a
temples-
really
Temples do like to keep information to themselves. Like, I mean, we have proof from the Guardian that the dawning was not, you know, the dawn of time.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure if you make it up the island, you write that book, put your book in the library. Don't know if I'll read it, but I'll put it.
I would appreciate that.
Oh.
And with that, your watch comes to a close. It is now the 20th. If it will ever load. Ah. There we go. Oh shoot. Too many days. There we go. All right. So, morning dawns on the 20th. You are still by this river. Nira is sleeping in. Everybody else is up at their normal times.
Crazy. Like that sleeping in.
What do you all do this morning?
Prepare to cross the river because that seems to be the only way to get to the the place we're going.
As far as you know.
Is the river deep enough that we can walk through it, or do we have to prepare like some little raft or something?
You don't know. You cannot see the bottom.
I would check. I'm gonna get the biggest stick I can find, and I'm gonna just drag it into the river and see how far it goes down.
Right at the edge, the river goes about 3 feet deep.
Probably gonna need a raft. I'm gonna get to work on that.
How wide is the river?
The river is about 25 feet wide.
Gotcha. Well, it makes it easy for Nira.
I feel like the majority of us could jump or find some other way, but I feel like Celebrin would just fall flat on his face in the river. It gets swept away.
That's a fair assumption. Being athletic is not his thing.
Not Nira's either.
April, I noticed
Anyways,
you came
back
off
to
of
that raft.
April, I noticed you came off of mute, but if you're talking, we can't hear you.
I was not.
Okay, I just noticed that you had unmuted yourself, so I just wanted to make sure.
I have very much jerry-rigged my mic.
Nice, that works.
That worked.
I have hair ties.
Nice.
you go.
Hey,
Like that is like there's this whole setup. Just keeping
Nice.
it secure. I am determined to use my
Nice.
new mic, so
that's fine. We love new equipment.
got it.
Woo! I had just noticed that you had come off of mute, so I just wanted to make sure that we weren't missing something. So, Beck is preparing a raft. Is anyone helping him?
Okay.
Emel is helping? Gotcha.
Sure, because apparently I was really good at it last time, even though I knew nothing about raft building.
Alright. Would someone roll me a D100?
62.
Okay. So, Emel, Stareye, and Beck are all working to make this raft. And it's taking a while. Longer than you anticipated. 1 hour passes. Then 2 hours pass. Then 3 hours pass.
What on earth are you guys doing?
Making a raft.
And why has it taken 3 hours so far?
Mel and I can't decide a
Know how to
name on the
tie a
boat.
square.
That is not the reason. I'm sorry, Mel. What did you say?
I said, sorry, I can't figure out the square knot. We keep having to reteach her how to tie it.
Excuse you.
This is the 7th time I've taught you today how to tie a square knot.
So we got square knots apparently, boat issues, like name issues. Granted, we won't know if we need it later, but you know, Hina could have literally just flown everybody over, right?
I mean,
Well, someone wanted a
I
raft.
didn't want to force her to do that, though.
They don't mind. At this point, I kind of don't want to, like, put your hard work in the trash. I mean, if I did it now, it's just 3 hours wasted.
We've
Seems
done
kind of
worse.
harsh. What'd you say?
You've done worse.
It's either river worthy or it'll sink.
Yeah, and you along with it. I don't know if I like that.
I mean, I'll be fine. I don't need the raft. I made this for others. I could have
can
gone
turn
across
into
whenever I
a
want.
fish or a frog or basically anything that swims. So why didn't we just have Hina fly whoever across that needed it, and the rest of us go?
Look, if we're gonna point out the obvious, we all had ways we could get across without the raft. But I
So-
found that the raft would be a great team building exercise.
I
But
couldn't
apparently
get across
you all
the
disagree.
river. I couldn't get across the river without a raft.
I mean, I could
That's
just
what
throw you.
That's what I'm for. No, you're not throwing anybody.
Far.
So either we're gonna use the raft, or we'll just give up on it.
Are we using
Can
the
we
raft?
give up on it?
Can we give-
Oh my god. Alright, Celebrate, get on the raft.
Okay.
This is why we don't.
I
Give
don't
up
know
too
if I
quickly.
trust that raft. Even a little.
So who's putting the raft in the water?
The Beck is.
So Beck puts the raft in the water. Celebrin climbs onto the raft. Is anyone going with him on the raft, or is it just Celebrin?
It's Beck and Celebrant. It's Beck's raft.
Beck and
I'm
Celebrin.
gonna stand on the shore with a rope.
Alright, so do you shove off on the raft to try and cross the river?
Yes. I do.
Okay, you shove off.
I turn into a
Question.
frog ready to grab Silburn.
Question.
Giant.
Now that you are out in the middle of the water, did you make anything to paddle and or steer with?
Beck wouldn't be that dumb. He would obviously bring a paddle.
What are you using as a paddle?
Take a log.
Are you,
You said
like,
it was
One
how
log.
deep again?
oh, at the edge
The
of
edge
the
of the
river was at 3 feet.
You could probably get like a 10-foot pole to kind of try and push.
He said a log.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
pretty big.
I was just
Are-
saying.
Are
I would-
you Venice gondola-esque steering this thing?
Sure, yeah.
Do you even know what I'm talking about?
No, I want to just get this over with now.
So, the way that they do is they just stick the pole in the water and then they push along the bottom.
Then yes, I'm doing exactly that, because that seems like the only solution I have right now for this raft.
Okay. I need 2 rolls that are separate from each other. And, well, they're not actually separate from each other. One leads into the other. First, I needed another D100 roll.
Okay. 25. Flow's good, right?
Well, the 62 determined if it would float. The 25 determines whether or not it stays together now that it's in the flow of the river. So, now I need athletics check at disadvantage, as this raft is now splintering under you. So you get 3/4 of the way across this river, You're pushing hard and fast. You have gone about 50 feet downriver. And this raft is splitting apart underneath of you. And you are Bugs Bunny-esque split, trying to hold this thing together with your feet. The rest of you are on
How
shore
far is it to
watching
shore?
this. You're about 10 feet?
I chuck Celebrin.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
Both splitting. All right, Celebrin, here you go.
I will need an athletics check for that.
$15 again.
Okay. You guys watch as this boat starts to just disintegrate, basically, and sink under Beck, and he just lets go of his pole, grabs Celebrin, and yeets him onto the opposite bank as the captain goes down with his ship.
I swim to shore.
Do you have a swim speed?
I do.
What is your swim speed?
35 feet.
Okay. You are able to swim to shore without any problems. The rest of you who are on the opposite bank and 50 feet upriver. What are you guys doing?
Well, Hina saw the boat start to splinter and summoned her wings, and once she saw they both safely made it, just starts ferrying the others one at a time.
Okay. Does anyone resist being ferried?
No.
Nero does.
No, Nira would just do it so she doesn't waste a spell slot.
Alright. You all cross the river. And you are... I'm assuming you go... Hina ferries them over to where the others ended up, and not just straight across? Or does she just go straight across?
Maybe like halfway in between where they ended up and where straight across would have been.
Okay.
Because she probably wouldn't want to take too long carrying people. But some people way more than others.
Fair.
So like while she puts them down, the first people can walk while she goes back for the others.
Alright, Beck, while you guys are waiting for Hina to finish ferrying people across, would you roll me a perception check, please?
Sure. $16.
Okay. As soon as you crawl up on shore, Beck, the first thing you notice is there are footprints in the mud.
I'm assuming they're not Celebrins.
They don't appear to be the right size to be Celebrins.
But they're humanoid feet?
They are humanoid feet. Seems to be multiple sets of footprints, even. Of varying
Celebrin near me.
sizes. Celebrin is currently picking himself up out of the mud where you threw him.
I pick him up.
What?
I need your eyes.
What?
Footprints. Many. Humanoid.
Okay. Put me down.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Oh.
What am I supposed to do with you carrying me?
Oh. Smart things?
I do smarter things when I am standing on my own feet.
I plop him on his feet.
Thank you. As the rest of you are ferried across one by one, you see Celebrin and Beck staring at the dirt.
Found something interesting.
Beck found footprints.
We were the only idiots who came to Mukatara, right?
As far as we know.
These footprints are fresh.
Correct. And I think we're the only idiots who survived this long.
How fresh are we talking?
Well, within a couple days. Because, I mean, they're still discernible, so nothing's trampled over them, hasn't been washed away.
We're not alone.
There's at least 4 sets of footprints here from what I can tell.
I would like to use my Ranger ability, where I can expend a spell slot to discern all living creatures within a mile.
All living creatures?
All living creatures.
Mental overload. We're in a jungle.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, you absolutely can.
Following types. Sorry, it says following type of creature.
Okay.
I can choose. I'm going to choose humanoid. Humanoid's not an option. Never mind. This is worthless to me.
What are the
But for
options?
undead.
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. So sure, I'll do undead.
Undead?
Sure.
You catch a presence. Just one.
Nani?
And then what's the radius
Where's
on
it
that
coming
again?
from? 1 mile.
1 mile, yeah. So there's only one. It is coming from the north. North and west.
Which is exactly the direction we're heading.
Yes.
Alright, I got something weird.
Oh.
There's exactly 1 undead in the direction we're heading.
Oh.
Northwest.
Great. We get to be on guard then. Are we all here at this point?
You are all there at this point.
So there's an undead presence at the hovel, or whatever Dad calls it.
Is it within a mile?
The Guardian's home is not within a mile.
Then no.
Well, some may be further out if you're only catching one. But sure, we'll start heading that way. Just be ready. And by be ready, I'm talking to myself. 'Cause I am the most ready for this.
I feel pretty ready.
Is your whole shtick dealing with undead?
Well, dealing with them, no, but I still feel pretty ready.
Okay.
Just fighting in general, you know?
Okay.
I know now is probably not the best time to bring this up, but that boat split apart because of a faulty knot.
Sure it did.
I look at Star.
Excuse me? No.
Also, if you were teaching her how to do square knots, why couldn't you just do it yourself, Emil?
Because there were a lot of knots to tie. Trying to make it more efficient.
It took 3 hours. We didn't need efficient anymore. And also stop blaming other people.
Rest in peace, SS High Wind.
I wish I had any idea what you just said.
The name of the boat. I captained it, I got to name it. I wanted High Wind, and Mel wanted Excalibur.
So you settled on rest in peace, SS Island?
SS High Wind.
You don't understand. She's interpreting that as one word.
Oh, no, okay. SS stands for something I don't understand, but that's just what you call a boat. SS, name of the boat.
I can see his face. You are lit.
Why would you suggest something if you don't know what it means?
That's just what you do with boats. You call it SS something.
Is Erica's boat SS something?
No.
I didn't bother asking. Nira, did
And
you know?
I don't think it is.
Nira, you know that Erica's boat is known as the Serpent's Bane.
It's the Serpent's Bane. Which
Yeah, the
yes, I'll make-
SS Serpent's Bane.
No, it's not the SS Serpent's Bane. It's just the Serpent's Bane, Beck.
That doesn't make any sense. The SS has to be implied.
Celebrin, what does SS stand for?
It's not anything.
I
Unless he's trying to refer to something ship. But
no
there's
idea.
no. Yes. I've heard of something like HMS, His Majesty's ship. But not SS.
Someone's ship?
His Majesty.
No. SS, someone's ship.
Maybe.
I've never
Meaning it's
heard of
not
that
Beck,
used
Meaning
with
we
the...
don't need it. I don't know. There's an undead presence northwest of us. We should probably, I don't know, go?
It's still a mile out.
Yeah, and it's going to get away if we just stand here. Let's go.
Question. This is the DM question of interpretation.
Hmm.
Based on spell. Would the spell give us a relative idea of how far away in this mile direction?
It should,
If it gives
according
us
to my spell's description. It's not a spell; it's a feature. But
yeah, but so it tells us within
How
a mile,
long
but tell us-
how long does it last, and how many times a day can you use that? Just as out of curiosity.
it's a action and it's a special ability. I just get to discern within the
he
mile.
uses a spell slot.
How many?
So
oh,
however many
yeah.
spell slots he has. it's a little
Gotcha. Thank you. It is almost an entire mile out. It's not quite on the fringe of that sense, but it's a significant distance into that mile. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we better get moving.
All right, so within 6 seconds, that sense does
Oh.
disappear. Correct? Because it's an action.
Well,
So
that's
I'm assuming
just
it
that's
lasts,
just the activation cost.
which would be 6 seconds.
I think it's just a. Yeah, I think it's not like a lasting effect. It's more like a
Like a sonar ping.
like radar blip. Yeah, like oh, there they are.
Gotcha. So you guys start heading in the direction. And you're walking for a while towards the home of the Guardian. You don't ever stumble upon this undead source.
Could you ping it again and see if it's still nearby?
I could, yeah, no issue. I'll do it again.
This time, within a mile of you, are 10 undead presences.
Oh, I'm sensing more.
Spread out
10.
All around you at varying distances.
That's not at all reassuring.
Are they close, or are they all still like that weird mile out?
They're all at varying different distances. The closest one to you is probably
closest?
about quarter of a mile to half a mile.
Oh, that's not far at all, considering that this driveway is a quarter of a mile. Not terribly far to walk.
Alright. I relay that. Alright. There's about 10 of them. They're all different distances. Closest one's half a mile at most. Anyway, there's more than I initially was able to pick up.
Now, if I'm correct, you can only sense one of those types, correct?
Yes, I have to pick the type before I use it.
Gotcha.
So I only pick up Undead.
Gotcha.
So are we walking into a trap?
It doesn't feel like a trap, more like they're surrounding something ahead of us and we're like following them.
So like where the guardian live.
It is about the area they are walking towards, yeah. It's a good thing we came back.
Yeah. I'll
But
say.
this feels way too organized for Undead to do. To walk this evenly spaced, I think there's something at the front.
Different kinds of undead. Not all undead are stupid.
That's true.
The majority are.
Okay, but not all undead are stupid. This is probably something stronger than just like a zombie.
Well,
Should be ready.
yep. I'm ready for a good fight. I grab my spear and shield as I prepare.
Okay. Are you all looking straight ahead? Is anyone looking at the ground? Is anyone looking at the sky? As you move, kind of describe to me how you're moving. Are you cautious? Are you speed racer? Talk to me about what your progression looks like.
I would be cautious, and I would want to start seeing if I can track the undead without relying on my ability. See if like I can find one and figure out where it is.
Okay, so for tracking, go ahead and roll survival.
19.
Okay. You notice the footprints again, heading in the same direction that you are. So it's safe to assume that whatever made these footprints is at least heading in the same direction, which might mean you're undead. So you start following those footprints.
I'd at least alert everyone, like, hey, I got a set of footprints.
You have more than one set of footprints.
I have more than one set of footprints, but I have something to track.
You do have something to track. Everybody else, how are you moving? How are you progressing? Talk to me about
Probably
speed, where you're paying attention, if you're paying attention.
I mean, assuming we're paying as much attention as we can.
I feel like Zelia would be like kind of keeping an eye on their back, like looking ahead of her, but also like making sure to like look towards the like berth of the back of them, like doing scans, trying to look towards like the shadows of the like underbush. And because of her line of work, I would say she's even trying to like look upwards a little bit. Just trying to like fully cover that area behind them.
Okay. What's Nira, Hina, and Imel's progress like? So I know Beck and Zelia are being cautious. Also, I need Star Eye as well.
try to think of her.
Okay, well you can think because I have both my characters already. So Nira is paying attention to, kind of like Zelia, paying attention to the surroundings, just seeing if she can notice any movement in like shadows or in the trees or just behind trees. She's looking everywhere for suspicious movement. While Hina is not really paying attention, is moving faster than the group.
So is she ahead of Beck, or is she still staying behind Beck? You said she's moving ahead of the group, but what does that look like?
My thought is she doesn't want to take too long to get to the building. So while Beck is moving cautiously, she starts to at first and then kind of just like moves past him. Not out of eyes, just like out of sight, but not like
So
slow.
maybe like 10 to 15 feet ahead?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, and where is she paying attention to, if anywhere? Same for Nira.
She's mostly paying attention directly in front of her, but is ready to react to anything. So like if anyone's like suddenly taps her, she'd probably hit them with her whip.
Okay. And for Nira, where's her attention?
I started with her. She's looking around.
She is looking around.
Like everywhere.
Up, down, all around, or just on the
Yeah.
periphery?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay.
She's looking everywhere.
Emel. What's Emel's pace and where is he paying attention? If anywhere.
I'm sure he's painted. He's probably gonna, since everyone else is kind of at the front, he'll sit at the back and he's just gonna watch the rear.
So he's basically just checking behind?
Yep.
Okay. I need Star Eye. Star Eye is the only one I don't have any information for.
Yeah, I think like forward and towards the sides for Star Eye.
Okay. So I'm going to need everyone to roll a perception check. If anyone is looking up or down, they can roll at advantage.
Oh, for crying out loud.
With how I described Celia, would you consider that up-ish?
Yes.
She was looking like kind of like into the. Okay.
Wow. Nice job, Amel.
You said another perception?
Yes.
18, 15.
Wow, that was at advantage, and I rolled a 9 on her. Dang.
I rolled with advantage and got a 4. So also Hina is not super paying attention. Like she is, but like it's like snap judgment. What would you
That roll normal.
normal? Okay. I was gonna say that or disadvantage, but sure, normal's fine with me. Oh, I can roll 17 with the fighters.
All right. Emel, Beck, and Hina. You do see a flash of blue fly overhead in the direction of the Guardian's home.
Oh.
That was not my sound effects, I
Yes.
promise.
Hina starts running.
Hina starts running. Caution to
Yep.
the wind running.
Caution to the wind running.
This is a bad idea. This
Does anyone follow her? Or do they let Hina go off on her own?
Beck's going with.
So Beck throws caution to the wind, starts running.
Yeah.
Okay. So far we have Hina and Beck. Is anybody else going?
I
Belle's
feel
gonna
like
stay in the back, so whoever doesn't, like, if everyone runs, he'll run too, but otherwise he's gonna stay in the back, moving at about this.
Nira doesn't like the idea of the group splitting too much. She's gonna go with Beck and Hina.
Okay, so Nir's throwing caution to the wind and running. What about Zelia and Star Eye?
They are not running because they're not quite sure what's going on.
So they are not running. So Celebrin's gonna go with Nira. So we'll have Hina, Beck, and Celebrin
And Nira.
Um,
Together.
in one group. ML, Star Eye, Zelia. Am I missing anybody? Nope.
No,
In
we're a group of 7.
another group. I know, I feel like there should be 4 and 4 and there's not. Alright, so I need everyone to roll stealth. The ones who rolled caution to the wind, through caution to the wind, you get it at disadvantage.
Great.
Still roll. Okay.
Wow. I think I rolled 2 4s.
Celebrin got the same thing twice.
ML's is light armor, so nope, that's Celebrin, not ML. Gosh, I have too many character sheets up.
If you want to roll for a Celebrin too, that would be fine. Or actually, if you could just tell me what his stealth modifier is.
His stealth modifier is +6.
+6.
Oh,
Oh,
he's a sneaky boy. What?
that actually makes his roll not terrible.
All right. Well, Hina and Nero rolled terrible, so
It hasn't come through for me yet, so.
I can tell you what everyone rolled.
That would be fantastic because it's lagging super hard on my end.
Beck got a 15. Nira got a 9. Zelia got a 22. Hina got a 7. Star Eye got a 13. And Mel got a 15.
Alright, and with his +6 to stealth, Celebrin would have gotten a 14.
Great. So it's just me who's being super noisy, but whatever.
Sure.
So, as you are running, throwing caution to the wind, I need to make sure this battle map is ready. It is ready.
Actually, we camped, so we should have all gotten a long rest, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna make sure all of these people had it.
I'm going to put... I gotta rearrange people. Also, Star Eye and Beck, you guys are concentrating on something.
I shouldn't be.
I shouldn't be either.
Well, you, according to your tokens, you are.
I think it's from last session. You can just probably get rid of it.
That's my magic weapon effect, yeah.
Okay, I will do that.
Because we don't have access to our tokens on the screen, so we can't really turn it off.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can. It's under effects in your character sheet.
Oh, whatever. Shut up.
No.
Shut up.
No.
So, while I am setting this up, I will set the scene a little bit, because it's being laggy as I'm trying to move tokens around. So those of you who are running ahead, thanks to Nira panting heavily as she runs, they see you before you see them. Figures.
It's
Clad...
not just Nira. Hina was louder, but it's...
Oh, was she? Did I miss it up in my head? Sorry.
That's okay.
You see figures clad in leather armor with scimitars at their side. There's about 4 of them. close to you. They all wear masks over their faces. And they just kind of slowly turn towards you. Again, they saw you before you saw them, so they've finished turning to face you as you, like, recognize that they're there. And Hina, I need to move Hina out front because she took off before everybody. Sorry, I'm just rearranging everybody on this map since I wasn't sure what your positioning was going to be when I prepped this. No reactions? Nobody's going to respond to anything?
I did not think it was just. I thought it was just Tina and Nira or something.
No, it's
You
everybody who
off in
ran
front,
ahead.
too. You ran-
Okay.
Did they do anything? Like, other than just turn around?
Well, this is just initial reactions to what you're seeing. Not taking actions, but
No, I meant, like, talking. Like, do
they don't say anything.
Do
They just
do
have
anything?
scimitars in hands and they are looking at you. They have masks on, so if they're making faces, you can't tell.
Oh, come on. Even on Death Island, there's a cult.
Hina had her whip in hand while she was running. She's probably just going to run at one of them and attack them.
Okay, give me 1 second. Again, things are being laggy because of what just happened? Come back. There we go. So she's just going to attack them?
Yep.
Which one is she going to attack?
Probably this one. It's like the closest one to her.
Okay.
Actually, she probably wouldn't run, like, within melee distance because the whip can do 10 feet, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then she would probably just roll from back here. Can I add the fire damage to it too?
Sure. That's once per day.
Oh. Yep. So it's a critical hit. And then I also have the fire damage, which is 2 more d8. Or no, it's 1 d8. Wait. What was it again? It's a d8, and then the other one is maxed out. So this plus 8. And then she's gonna Divine Smite on top of it too, because I feel crazy today.
Okay.
Weren't
And
you
it'll
saying all of last
be
session that you
second
wanted to
level.
crit?
I was, yes. And then I'll second level Divine Smite it. And they are undead, yes?
They are undead.
So then it's 4d8 plus 32, right? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Because it's maxed. So
Okay.
yeah, it'll be 16 plus 32, which is 48, right?
Maybe.
That's an insane amount of damage. Hold on. I can't process fast enough. Hold on, let me do one thing at a time.
I can't process fast enough either. What the heck did I even say?
Hold on. I'm trying to everything's lagging for me, so I'm trying to do too many things at one time. So, write down that damage. I'll deal with that in a second. I'm trying to change the music.
Yeah, I'm working on it. You're fine. I have a pen and notepad for a reason. I came prepared.
That's an insane amount of damage. Let's do... let's do that one.
15 plus 32 is 48, right? I don't know why I'm doubting. school vacation.
Eventually it'll catch up.
And Bright Dawn does
Holy
what
cow.
kind of damage?
Hopefully that's not just some schmuck.
Well, the schmuck shouldn't have surprised me.
It's
They
a
had 40.
it's a Mukataran holiday to go trick or treating in masks.
You messed with the wrong child of a god. Bright Dawn does what kind of damage?
I believe it does partially radiant, partially is it bludgeoning damage?
Wait. Oh wait, I forgot to roll the 1d6 radiant
It's-
damage that automatically comes with the it being against an undead, so that is 8 more damage.
A whip is normally slashing.
Slashing? Okay. I couldn't remember.
So
Sorry,
it would
I'm
be
trying to juggle so many things right now.
35 slashing, 13 fire, 48 radiant, and then 8 more radiant.
Oh, come on.
Which in total is a lot. Remember when Hina said get ready? This is what she was talking about.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, it just rolled all the dice for initiative for me.
104!
104?
It's 104 damage.
104?
Yep.
Holy crap. Well, once this thing decides to finish all of the animations from rolling all of the initiative rolls all at once, finally.
I suspect.
And then Hina rolled a 1 on initiative.
Well,
Why did I use my dice?
I don't know. Rolled my dice for me. I'm rolling everybody's initiative here.
Thank you.
Mel, you got a 6, I'm sorry. And Celebrin, you got a 6 too because I rolled a 3. My bad.
okay. I'm waiting
That
for
was
it
special.
to catch up from the lag. Because it still has everybody's initiative dice on my screen. And it's just slightly frozen there.
Do you think turning off dice animations would help you?
I don't friggin' know.
Listen.
It would make me reload if I did that, and I'm trying to avoid that after the earlier problems.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Let's hope I clicked on the right one. So basically what you all watch happen is, those of you who are already right there, is that Hina runs up to this mask-clad figure, cracks her whip, and the tip of this whip just bursts into flame. And holy fire. And this thing just explodes into smithereens. Just immediately gory bits flying around. And all of the other things just stop and stare. As this creature just dies instantly.
I'm staring too, but damn am I glad that I gave her that whip.
And now we actually begin combat with Beck.
Dara and Zelia never rolled for initiative.
Oh, shit. Oops.
Alright, well,
PJ,
man,
you
any-
didn't roll
anything I
bad.
do this turn is gonna be woefully, like, underwhelming compared.
104 damage, yeah.
Just a little.
Go up to this guy.
Who is not facing you, is facing Like, he sees that you're there in his periphery, but he's staring at where his friend once was, and it's now just a pile of goop.
I'm gonna bonus action cast magic weapon on my spear, so now it's a +1,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go for the stab. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Alright, so first hit is 11 damage,
Okay.
and my extra attack 25 to hit.
Yeah,
which
that
is
freaking
also a
hits.
hurt.
That's an ouch.
I deal 21 damage. I dealt a fifth of what Hina just did.
All right. Ow.
Sorry, I can't hold perfect. I know.
That's
a joke.
With the magic weapon, what kind of damage is it? Just the same kind of magic, just same kind of damage, just
It's
magic?
magical piercing.
Okay, magical piercing. That's what I wanted to double check. I'm going to need to grab my notebook because it's lagging so badly. I'm going to have to keep manual track of this.
You should get a bludgeoning weapon.
Do I not have a pen? Stupid. I could have sworn I had a pen. Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
All right. Next is Zelia. It's not letting me change the initiative tracker. I will do so in just a minute. I'm just gonna grab a pen real quick. All right, Zelia, you and Stareye and Emel hung back, so you are currently actually not at the combat, so you will have to run up.
Yeah, I think that's literally all I can do is like run to the combat. And how close could I get?
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to.
War?
You're gonna have to completely dash, and you will still not make it until your next turn. You'll reach
Okay,
the
I
edge
just
of
wasn't sure if it.
Yeah, you'll reach your
had me.
position on the map next turn.
Okay, that's what I'll do then.
All right, and then Star Eye's turn. Same deal.
Yep.
All right. Sorry, it's being super stupid. All right. Come on. All right.
Are you next turning?
What?
I thought you were just spamming next turn over and over again because it looked like we skipped over people.
For me, it just got to the next bad guy.
That's where I'm at too.
All right. They are going to... My thing is super laggy, so it's being a pain in the neck. I really need more RAM, and I just don't have it. Went too far. It's supposed to be on the other side of Nira.
Okay.
All right. And it is going to try and hit you with something fun.
Oh. Yay.
If it'll ever let me. You know, sometimes I really hate technology.
Without technology, we wouldn't be able to talk.
I know. I just need it to actually work. There we go.
Energy drain has gone in like 4 times.
Of course it has.
Mhm.
Because it wants to be a pain in the neck for me.
Yep, no, that hits.
All right.
Alright, hit me with it. How bad is it?
Well,
What's
we're going to
the
find out
damage?
as soon as it loads.
Um, 12.
All
Yuck.
right.
Alright, great.
All right. So you take 12 damage. The fun thing about that attack comes if I actually manage to drop you with it.
I'm reading it.
Yay!
A humanoid reduced to 0 hit points by this attack dies and instantly transforms into a free-willed shadow under the DM's control. And you're going after the squish who has the second lowest HP in the party.
You just so happen to be the closest one to it. Alright, which one is this?
That's true.
Well,
If it will freaking load for me. Thank you. Alright. This one in the back is going to stay in the back, but is going to target Hina. Don't think
Nope.
that hits. Alright. Hey,
Nope.
Beck, it's your turn.
But I just went, oh, you mean to be a hit.
Yes, it's your turn to be attacked.
I don't wanna.
Tough nuggets, man.
I don't wanna.
Tough nuggets.
No.
No, it doesn't hit.
Well, it hasn't.
I hope not.
No, yeah, it hits with 22. That hits.
You rolled my AC without bonuses.
All right, you're going to take.
That's 5.
7!
7. He did more damage to the squish.
All right.
At least it wasn't 1 though. That would have sucked.
And there goes my magic weapon.
Sorry, that sucks, man. I can't see who's next because
Sorry.
it's lagging.
It's me!
Nira goes after the...
I'll just go.
I hate these names. I hate the name of this enemy.
I said that a while ago.
I got distracted for 2 minutes, and I come back and I look at that name.
Hey, I told you, my goal is to get better at doing combat.
20 to hit.
20 to hit. That definitely hits.
Take 8, and I heal 4.
Okay.
Because you heal half, right?
I think so.
I think that's what it is.
Yes.
3, 6, and you gain half the amount, necrotic damage. Cool.
Okay. So 8 damage against that one.
So it takes 8. I regain 4. Happy day for me.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
What are you doing?
It went too far.
Oh, you're charging your phone. Yep.
Okay. I can't access Celebrant's sheet because it's lagging so badly, but if you would kindly firebolt.
I can.
he would kindly use his firebolt on the one that is currently trying to drain the life from his fiancée, that would be fantastic.
Yep, can do.
A 25 hits.
That
Holy crap.
is the 25 to hit with come on. Good damage, buddy. That's not good damage. That's 8. Well, they both did 8. How cute.
All right. I can't math, evidently. All right, Emel, you are up.
Hina massively overkilling the first one gave us no threshold to how much HP they actually have.
Nope.
The crazy thing is they
Right, so-
don't have a ton.
No. Who wouldn't know?
You've
And
You only have
further back
99
goes, so
HP.
He's currently still trying to catch up, right?
Yeah. Probably what I'm doing. So I'm
Yes.
gonna just dash to try and get in. but-
all right. That brings us back to
Pretty much.
Hina.
She's probably going to turn to maybe putting herself in the middle is a bad idea. Actually, you know what? Putting herself in the middle is the best idea, as long as she's 10 feet away from the one targeting Nira. And she's going to do it again.
All right. That hits.
Not a crit this time, but dirty 20. Wow, for minimum damage. I'm gonna roll just the first level Divine Smite on top of that.
Okay.
That's 3 more d8. I need to actually use the spell slot though, so I don't forget. I changed it to 3. Why is the turns changing?
Sorry, it finally caught up.
That's okay. I'm just like, what is happening? So that's 7 plus 1, 2, 3. That's garbage. 17.
Oh, cow. Okay. It is very bloodied.
Right. She can attack again.
It went from being almost bloody to being very bloodied. And that hits.
Oh, that's much better. 18. She didn't even need a Divine Smite to do more damage.
Okay, hang on. Hang on. That one's dead.
Great. No, not that one.
Oh,
This one.
I hit the wrong one, that's why.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
It's, yeah, it's, again, with the lag, it's kind of hard to keep track. And it continued scrolling when I clicked the button. Okay, that one's dead. And that is that the end of your turn, Hina?
Mm-hmm.
That brings us back to Beck. Top of the round.
I'ma stab it.
Go ahead.
Well, with my non-magic spear now.
Oh, you looked at me. I thought you were gonna say
That
something.
hits.
26 to hit.
That hits. Their AC is not very high.
For 8 damage.
Okay. It is bloodied.
But still alive. I have to fix that. I attack again. 11.
An 11 misses, sorry.
And then my turn is done.
Alright, Zelia! With your normal movement speed, you will reach the edge of the map. So it's up to you whether or not you want to dash or take an action. If you take any more movement, you will be dashing, and you will not have an action this round.
Oh, I keep forgetting to turn my mic on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to dash because I don't have any ranged abilities on her.
Okay. Just making sure you
So
understand.
Where can I get to?
You have 30 feet.
Yeah.
This is to scale.
Where about? I just can't see. I need the ruler. So I can get basically between like Beck and Celebrin if I went that direction, which that does make sense. So
There's only 2
between-
left,
okay,
so.
I know, yeah, I was trying to like figure out where. I'm gonna go right there. Okay. That's her
Alright.
turn.
That brings us to Star Eye. Same deal. Normal movement speed brings you to the edge of the map.
And then she'll go 30 is about there. And that'll be her turn.
Okay. That brings us to the one in the background. It's lagging so much. I hate this. Every time I try to run a cool combat, it lags out on me. Sorry. I know I'm whining and I shouldn't be whining, but I'm whining. Come on, open the character sheet.
Who was he going after?
He's gonna go after Hina, because Hina's closest. It is going to actually step into range.
Not to mention terrifying.
Yes!
You know.
Turned one friend to goop, killed another friend. I'm going to punch a hole in my computer. I'm so sorry. Work! Thank you. Oh, frickin' heck. Closed it.
Ooh, I thought that was gonna land on 17. 14 misses.
Okay. Then it's the one in front of Beck's turn. Going to roll the exact same thing. But I think that's gonna hit Beck.
17 this time.
Ah!
Come on. Can you roll the damage, please? Please? No? Oh, geez, where'd it go? It's gonna actually. There we goes. For 12 damage.
Not again.
Alright, and that brings us to Nira with Celebrin on deck.
How do you do advantage?
Advantage?
Flanking.
Flanking is
Sorry,
advantage.
how do you do flanking? Sorry.
Flanking
That's
is
what I
advantage.
meant. I'm sorry. I am stupid. Don't worry.
You're fine.
I'm not stupid. I just forgot words. I don't need to cast a spell slot again because I'm still concentrating. Advantage. Oh, come on. I rolled 2 14s. That's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Wow. 9 damage to it, and I regain 4 again.
All right.
No, not 8. I'm at 48 health.
Which one did you hit?
The one next to Hina.
The one next to Hina. Gotcha. I can't math in my head. Hold on. All right. Is that it for your turn, Nira?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How's everybody looking?
I'm okay.
Fine.
All right. Then Celebrin is going to firebolt the one standing next to Beck.
Do you want me to do it?
Yes, please.
I got you. That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
For Celebrin, really 4 damage. So I'm trying to do it.
Okay. That one is now very bloodied. And now it is Amel's turn. Amel, your normal movement speed will bring you onto the map.
So do you want to dash to get closer one, or do you want to like take a long shot at it?
No, I have a longbow.
Okay, which one do you want to hit? That one? Or that one?
That one.
The one near Hina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Alright. Longbow. Did it go up? No, it didn't. Let me try that again. Longbow. There we go. Normal.
That hits.
Does an 18 hit it? Damage. 4.
Plus a d6.
Plus a d6.
Which one is he hitting?
The one near Hina.
The one near Hina.
That's 8 in total.
8. Got it. Okay.
Oh, you can do it twice, can't you?
Yeah.
Hold on, he's gonna do it again because he has 2 attacks per turn. Ooh, does a 12 hit?
12 misses.
That's what I thought. That's okay. Alright, Emel's done.
All right. That brings us back to Hina.
And now she has advantage.
She does have advantage.
And doesn't crit again, but that's okay. 26 to hit.
That hits.
For 16 on the first hit.
Holy cow.
How's he looking?
Rough.
Oh, I should roll that with advantage. Just roll it normal again. 18 or 16. Okay, 18 to hit.
That hits.
Damage. It's wait, damage was 16 and 18.
Ah!
34 in total.
Well, it's barely standing. It's very, very, very bloodied.
I was joking about this, so you can say no. Can I kick him down with my bonus action?
Sure, roll athletics.
Yay. That's 25.
You kick him boot square in the chest and knocks him back into Nira, who's going to have to give me a strength saving throw.
That's funny. That's a 12.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Their 17 is going to knock Nira down with them. So Nira and this enemy are now both prone.
Great.
And Nira is going to take. Where'd it go? There it is. 1 damage from the weight of this creature landing on top of her.
Sure.
Is that it for your turn, Hina?
Fine.
All right.
Oh, that's right. No! Come on. Okay, whew, we're good.
Beck's turn.
I'm just gonna maneuver myself the other side of this thing.
Okay.
I refuse to say its name as I grab my spear to stab it again.
What, you don't like vampire it?
Beck wouldn't know
Shut
that
up.
either. A 13,
13.
misses.
Does a 13 hit? Nah, I don't like that. I attack again. Critical hit!
You're gonna kill this thing, I'm fairly certain. Go ahead and roll it.
Can you stand up to my damage?
21!
Yeah.
I did that in 2 normal attacks a second ago.
Yeah, it's dead. It's dead.
That doesn't look like 100 more, though.
Shut up.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Did I do the wrong one again? Or did it not take? Oh,
It doesn't look like it.
it's
because
I'm
the bolt's still
frickin'
alive.
loading, that's why.
Oh.
Alright, well that one is dead. It'll eventually catch up. There is 1 enemy left, and far too much action economy for this thing to possibly survive.
But he's prone on top of Nira at the moment.
This is true. Did it finally take? Yes, it did. Okay. Celia, your turn. There is 1 enemy left, and it's on top of Nira. And it is barely hanging on by a thread.
Oh sweet, I can just get over there. So I'm going to go ahead and with my longsword, I'm going to go ahead and try to attack it.
Okay.
She does not manage to hit.
She does not. I'm sorry.
And that's her turn, which brings me to Star, right?
Yes, it does.
So Star's gonna get to the other side. Flaking?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
So advantage then. So I will quarterstaff and I apparently can't hit anything.
Sorry,
Ah,
that misses.
Yeah, really, that'd only be like a 12.
I'm
That's
so
my turn.
sorry.
All right, that brings us back to this guy, who, at the top of his lungs, lets out a screech, an unearthly screech. And you watch as the fallen bodies of its comrades begin to shake before it reaches backwards and tries to grab Nira by the head underneath of him. And come on, roll it. Roll, please. Please. This guy's on his last legs, please! Have physics plus 4. $23 to hit? I'm rolling it IRL because it's not
23
rolling it.
hits.
Okay.
It's okay. 23 hits Nira.
Oh, did
here
it finally
goes.
roll? What did it roll?
Yeah, 19 would have hit too.
Okay.
But 23 is what you actually rolled, so that's fine.
See if it'll roll the damage roll for me so I don't have to figure that out. Come on, roll. So I don't have to do math. There we go.
There you go. 9.
All right.
Okay.
So it does its damage to you and then it stands up. So it is no longer prone. Which will then bring us to Nira's turn.
Great. So I'm going to stand up at the same time, like stand up practically at the same time, and well, try to steal back what it stole from me. Where is that attack? There it is. Don't consume a spell slot. I'm still concentrating on it. Oh wait, that should have been with advantage. I'm just gonna
It's
roll it
alright.
again.
It's gonna hit either way, so we'll just see if you crit.
But what if I crit? I do not crit.
But you do hit.
Okay. Yay! I rolled my garbage.
It
It's
doesn't
okay.
matter.
11 damage hit and 5 healing to myself.
Alright.
I just wanted to heal myself. And then I wanted to,
Alright. I need anybody within 5 feet of one of the bodies of these creatures to give me a Constitution saving throw. As this last one falls.
Oh, so everybody except for Celebrin and Elvin?
Yep.
13.
Alright, great. Constitution saving throw. Nira is fine. Hina, Constitution saving throw. That's a 14. I think everyone rolled that needed to.
Okay. If you rolled under a 14, so a 13 or lower, you take 19 necrotic damage as these bodies explode
feel
into
like
ash.
And if we succeed, we take half of that?
And no, if you succeed, you take nothing.
Oh, great.
Save or shut.
And you are left. I'm not going to be able to get this music to shut off fast enough. But you are then left with the bodies of these undead creatures. Come on. It's not letting me shut off the battle music and put back on the other one. But I promise, battle's over, and you guys are left with the bodies. It's just testing my patience today.
Nira's probably gonna drop concentration now.
Okay.
Ooh, tough fight, Emil says as he just arrives on the scene.
Oh. Beck, are you sure you don't want this whip anymore?
I'm good. You can have it. You seem to be better equipped. Oh, it got in my mouth.
Are you okay?
I've been better. That little blood explosion of theirs, I think there was some bone shrapnel in mine.
So you're saying it wasn't boneless?
I hate you.
I hate you too.
Here.
Actually, we never know. But
I'm gonna do lay on hands on Beck.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 20.
20 for me?
Yeah.
That's so kind of you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Is anyone else badly hurt? No.
Honestly, that explosion really was the only thing that really, like, beat me up.
Yeah.
I'm good for now.
Bogey. Well, that was fun. You know, in hindsight, we probably should have kept one alive to ask what was going on here. But
Oh, well, there's still more. Remember, I
yeah,
felt like
still
10 of
more,
these.
but I mean, we could have gotten answers sooner. But it's fine.
All right, well, shall we continue moving on?
Yep, I'm good with that.
Maybe next time we deal with these things at a distance now that I know they explode on death.
Yeah, that's good to know.
So you guys continue on?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Evening is falling as you make it to the home of the Guardian, and if it will allow me, I will show you the photo again. But I don't think it's going to allow me because it's testing my patience. You do see that in the home, Haruko the Phoenix is present.
I don't know if Dad would have come back without Argo, so. Then again, he probably would. I don't know.
Well, should probably search
Go
thoroughly.
in, 'cause I don't want to camp out here. Oh, search? Probably.
Yeah, search.
So you guys are just looking around for the Guardian?
Yeah, we'll like go in, look around. Sure.
I mean, that would
While
make the most
we're
sense.
while we're moving in, I do want to search for signs of these undead, if they're inside the area or not.
Are you using your feature or
Not yet.
not yet? You're just kind of looking around?
Yeah. Looking for anything out of place, mud tracks. They walk through mud. They got muddy footprints.
Okay. You don't see any muddy footprints of any kind. And as you guys are looking around, you don't find any sign that the Guardian is currently home.
Fine. He'll either come back tonight or we can just camp here before we have to set out again.
It's fine by me, as long as we keep someone on watch at the entrance. God forbid we find out these things can climb on walls and just ignore the entrance.
Or we could all just stay in the same area.
Well, yeah.
We don't necessarily have to watch the entrance. We could just watch the entrance to where everyone is.
Yeah, that also works.
You hear a horn blow in the distance.
Can we tell how far in the distance?
It's kind of hard with the acoustics of this place.
Well, that's not good. So, like a war horn? Or like, what does it sound like?
Like a ram's horn.
Does anything happen?
You don't see anything.
It's always a bad sign when you hear a horn and then nothing happens.
Yep.
Alright, well, if we're gonna end with a rest, I'll use my ability one more time for Undead within a mile.
If it was a radar ping, you wouldn't be able to differentiate how many dots are northeast of this place.
Oh. Okay.
There are easily 100 undead within a mile.
Alright. I turned to my party. Good news, bad news? Good news. Whatever I sensed is northeast of here. It's within the mile, but it doesn't seem to. Is it approaching us or no?
No.
Okay, it's not approaching us, but it's within a mile. Bad news. There's roughly 100 of what I can only assume are the 4 things we just fought and killed. Northeast of us. Everyone's taking this a lot better than I thought they would.
Sorry, my brother just started insistently texting me.
Salia's just kind of like, I'm more so just trying to process what you just said. Said over 100, you think?
About 100, maybe give or take. That was only within the mile.
Are they headed in this direction?
Not really. I think, from what I could tell, there was like a line that formed, and they were just kind of marching, and we broke through their line, I guess, at the very end.
Okay.
Not comforting.
No, it's not. We can try and rest here, but I don't know how much of a rest we're gonna get.
As long as we have someone on watch and ample vision, we'll be fine. Probably. Also, worst comes to worst, we can just have Celebrin use his magic to contact the Guardian, figure out what's going on. Yeah?
I mean, that could actually work if he's willing.
Can you use sending on a deity?
I mean, he's on this plane. I don't see why not.
But he's a deity. Does it work like that?
I don't see why not.
I actually don't know.
Worst comes to worst, you can just try it. We'll know for sure.
It's fair.
Isn't this all what you're for? Discovering the unknown?
Yeah,
Figure out that you're...
yeah, it's just that if we're gonna be up against that many undead things, I don't want to waste my magic.
Oh, it's not where we're fighting them right now, and they're not heading towards us.
That you know. It's not like you can consistently watch them.
Well, I mean, we can give it an
What?
hour, give it another ping, and
Yeah.
see. They're close
If
by
halfway into my watch I ping them again and they're closer to us, I will alert all of you.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm always on first watch.
Okay, so Becca and Hina on first watch?
Hina?
Yep. Okay.
Alright.
Is Beck getting advantage or are you both rolling?
I'm cool with advantage since they are a little preoccupied.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. What's your perception?
That's only a +3 for
modifier?
perception.
I have a +4. I can roll with advantage if you want.
But I like rolling 2.
Then you can roll 1 and I'll roll 1.
I should have given you advantage.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, so Hina and Beck on first watch. Those are some fun perception rolls.
I'm sticking by my rule though. Halfway into my watch, I'm going to use another spell slot because I have one more first level.
Okay. Go ahead and spend that. And about half of that mass of undead that you sent are either gone or outside of the mile range. You are down to about 30 pings in your mile radius, and they are now further east than they are northeast.
Huh. All right, good news. They're not coming towards us. I can only sense 30? 30. And they're farther east than us than last time.
So they're not targeting here.
I think they're walking in a circle?
But they're so close. That's so strange. Hmm.
In the middle
I
of
wonder if
your
your dad already knows about them.
in the middle of you saying that, Beck, a face just leans down right over your shoulder. What about? What do I know? How sound asleep is everybody? Because Beck just let out a girly high-pitched scream.
Mira's up.
Mira's up.
Celia
Celebrant's
grabs
up.
her, like, dagger is up.
Looks like
Star
Amel's
is
up too, because John's looking around.
Amel's up. You all hear Beck let out this girly scream.
Manly,
Nine hells
manly
is
in my head.
Hi, Dad.
Hello?
That's not funny.
It was a little bit funny. It's not my fault you're not very observant.
I'm looking at the freaking undead horde walking east of us right now.
Yeah, well. whatever.
Yeah, what is that all about?
One of the problems I'm hoping that you'll be able to root out the source of, so that way I can deal with them.
Just have a wandering swarm of these things walking nearby.
They're not exactly wandering. I believe their base is the easternmost point that I marked on your map. I just haven't had the ability to go check that out for myself. But every few days or so, they set out in droves, try to corner me, and we have a lackluster battle, and then they go on their merry way. Their leader wants me dead. And I don't particularly
They
feel
have a
like
leader?
dying. Yes, they do have a leader.
Do you know anything about their leader? Crazy man?
I
Cult leader?
I have my theories, but I have not been able to confirm. It is one of the things that I would like for you all to do.
Okay, because the main reason we came back over here was to see if we can get another ride to another location, because
Do you need help
a
getting
long
out?
walk.
Do you need help getting out to the islands?
is that where we're
Yeah.
heading next?
Out to the Colossus?
Then,
Mhm.
yeah. And, back.
Of course. Yes, I should be able to help you with that in the morning, provided another incident doesn't occur at the rift.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. But yes, I should be able to give you a Haruko, and I should be able to give you a ride out to the Colossus, yes.
That'd be appreciated.
Yes, the thing that's going on there that I haven't been able to do much investigating into because something keeps happening, is there is some sort of weapon that will occasionally fire on ships that pass by. As you can imagine, I'm not very much into the loss of life, so I need to know what this weapon is, where it is, so I can go and dismantle it. If you are all capable of dismantling it, that'd be even better.
What about the location that was furthest to the south?
I noticed that a bunch of the dragonkin had been gathering in that area, and I didn't know why. And they can be troublesome creatures. So I was trying to figure out why. Did you come across something there?
We noticed that they were trying to destroy the statue of you because there was a dragon sleeping in it. She said she knew you.
In it? Which means the statue was broken?
Yeah.
Mac starts crawling backwards.
Well, that's going to be a pain in my ass for another day. Okay. Yes, the dragon and I are familiar.
She said she was going back to her mom, I guess.
Damn it. Alright, that's going to be an even bigger pain in my ass.
They did not elaborate on who their mother was, though. And if you're saying, damn it, I feel like we should at least know what we just got ourselves into.
That dragon, as you saw, was just a wormling. I managed to freeze it in stasis. That's what the statue did, is it held a spell that would basically keep it under a stasis. It works along the lines of the cryo chambers, healing pods that we had back in the day. They're not quite the same because it didn't have any healing properties to it. It just kind of paused them in time. I didn't want that thing growing up, is the big thing.
Like sleep.
Yes, but they don't age when they're under the effects.
As you can see.
So, I didn't want it growing up. See, that was a baby moonstone dragon. its mother has been around since before the Darkening Wars. So, it's quite an ancient dragon.
Oh,
Yes. And it's managed to stay hidden from everyone thus long. I assume, at least I don't believe I've heard word that it was hunted yet. Its mother is a very cunning dragon. I'll put it this way. You'll know that you are in her territory when the Fae won't go there, because they are terrified of her.
I feel like that sign would come far too late.
Most likely, considering we are not in the Feywild. But it would regularly
I'm
dip into the Feywild to hunt Fey. For fun. When a dragon hunts Archfey, a sport, what does that tell you about the capabilities of that dragon?
It means I have the perfect target for the dragon, and now I kind of want to meet them.
Your lack of self-preservation is alarming. Beck, right? Your name is Beck?
Yeah?
You are a half-elf, correct?
Yes.
Elves come from the Feywild. The dragon does not see elves any differently than it sees Fey.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yes, I only call on their aid sparingly, and usually because one of the red fiends of its kind are trying to break through and is proving to be difficult for me to handle alone.
It's a good thing we didn't piss it off.
Very wise indeed. I don't want its mother showing up here pissed. I really can't handle that. So, yes, that's... I was going to try and explain the 3 issues that I was dealing with before we got separated, but then, of course, everything went to shit. So, I'm glad you're all alright. Now I know what those dragonkin were trying to do. Well, now it's not
Well,
a problem anymore. Did they actually break the statue, or did they trick you into aiding them?
They broke it.
Based on the look on my daughter's face, I'm
Mel
not
and Gina are both.
Based on the look on your companions' faces, I'm not sure I believe you. Who broke it?
Points to Beck.
I'm not mad. Just want to know.
Actually, pointing to Beck would be incorrect information.
Yes, but they want Beck to get in trouble. They don't want Hina to get in trouble.
Exactly.
I know, I'm just
This is
saying.
discrimination against Beck. The worst kind of discrimination.
Who broke?
Points at Beck. Actually, wait a minute. No, it was your daughter.
Okay, I broke it. No, not you. Who broke it?
It was me. I broke it.
I broke it.
No.
Okay, we need to get back in
I
character because I can't tell
apologize.
what's in character and what's us quoting The Office. Not The Office. What's The Office?
Of
No, Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
I knew it was a comedy, but I couldn't remember which one.
And which did.
So, if it wasn't the Dragonkin, who did it.
Well, admittedly, it was Beck's idea. However, Ina decided that she would do it because she didn't want anyone else breaking your visage.
Oh. Kind of you. Unnecessary, but kind of you. But the dragons convinced
No, it's-
you. He looks at Beck.
Not so much convinced. They just wanted to play with my dragon, and every
So
time
that
I
convinced him.
every time I summoned Gelhanna back, they got upset at me. I'm like, all right, fine. I want to see where this goes.
They convinced.
Mm. Well,
The moment I tried stepping in the water, they attacked us, so we killed a lot of them.
interesting. Good to know. Well, that's one thing taken care of. The other two locations, the one that's out on the Outlier Islands is known as, it's an area that I've dubbed the Colossus. It's a relic of a bygone era. And there is something there that is targeting passing ships. Not constantly. Just some that get too close.
For all our sakes, I hope our ship didn't get too close.
That would be bad. Did we pass that on our way here?
No.
You came in from a different
we-
angle. It mostly
I'm sure they're fine.
It mostly tends to target those that come too close to Mukatara while trying to cross the Silveride over to Zostrin. It doesn't happen often, but occasionally. Usually I believe they're pirate ships, so... But it's never missed. And the ships sink fast.
That's concerning.
So, I'd like to know what it is that's targeting them. And put an end to it. You don't have to actually dismantle the weapon unless you think you can do so safely. You could just find out what and where so I can get in quickly. I don't have the time to spend seeking it out and all that stuff. And then the other, the one all the way to the east, is where I'm fairly certain these hordes of undead, as you so aptly called them, are coming from. Is where their leader is trying to bring me so he can kill me. I just need...
That'll be fun to deal with.
Yes, I just need some confirmation of what I'm walking into. Again, you don't have to deal with the problem, but if you could do the legwork of the investigation for me, I would be most grateful.
But what if we did kill them?
I would be even more
A
grateful.
bonus, perhaps?
Considering that is where the trove of weaponry is. That would be a bonus for you killing whatever there.
Problems for another day. Weapon investigation first, hordes of undead second.
Yes. I believe if you took out their leader, the rest would fall to mayhem.
Hopefully.
But again,
If not, we'll just have to spend days with Kina flying near overhead and lobbing fire from afar.
That's
Slowly,
a
but
good idea.
yeah. What are they gonna do? Chuck a rock at us? Actually, they were wielding scimitars. They probably still have some knowledge of weaponry.
they are sentient beings.
They are?
Yes.
They didn't seem so sentient.
Just because they are quiet doesn't mean they're not sentient.
Also, Beck, did you see the look on their faces when I pulverized the first one? They were terrified.
Also, just because they're loud, I mean they're sentient either.
They are capable of speech. They are capable of wielding weapons. They are sentient.
I still think Operation Hellfire Angel could be a good backup plan.
If I wanted to rain
Yeah.
fire on the jungle, I would just call forth meteors.
Beck, I can also only cast like 3 fireballs.
Still 3 more than I can do.
Okay.
Wait, going back. You can cast meteors?
I am a deity. My mother
Huh.
is the goddess of the skies.
Okay, yeah, but like, I don't know. There's some like grounded work here. It's like we don't really get to know you as a deity.
My mother is the goddess of the skies. My father is the god of death. I can throw meteors. With fairly simple
Alright, well, this
ease,
is a
too.
perfect opportunity to ask then. Can we cast the sending spell on you? Or by we, I mean Celebrin. Is that a possibility?
Yes, I can receive the sending spell.
Okay. Now we know.
I thought so.
You are very loud. You woke all of your friends up and you have not let them go back to sleep.
We're having a conversation!
Well,
I'm sorry, I
also-
thought this was a
My
conversation involving
apology.
all of us.
My apologies for waking all of you. I did not mean to startle him so. Well, I did mean to startle him, just not quite that loudly.
Well, he is easily frightened. I'm going back to bed.
Can I
I'm
have a-
also going back to bed.
Good night. My
Same.
apologies.
No, I get it. I get it.
Before I go to sleep, though, are we going to be continuing watches if A, the vampires are moving away, or Undead, or whatever we decided they are? If they're moving away and the Guardian's back?
You can all go to sleep. I will keep watch.
Thank you.
Do you have any other questions for me, Beck? I feel like I owe you since I startled you so badly.
You still never told me the name of the Moonstone Dragon.
Oh, well, I don't know if she still goes by the name that I know her as. But she at one point went by the name. How do you say it? I only know how to say it in Ancient Common. I believe now it would be Swift Strike? Would be the literal translation. Of course, the name isn't Draconic, but it translates literally into Swift Strike.
Hey, a name is a starting point. Now that I know the name, the next time I see that Moonstone Dragon and it asks me anything, I'd be like, yeah, I know your mom's Swift Strike.
Maybe
She's going to look at you like you're crazy.
maybe say it in Draconic.
Well, yeah, I'm the only one who can. As far as I'm aware.
Hina can pick up a language if she's taught enough and speaks it enough.
Really?
How do you think I picked up common so fast?
I thought you were just naturally talented.
She is.
I am.
That's why she picks up the languages so fast.
Well,
It's the
do
deity
you
blood
want
in
to learn
her.
Draconic?
I mean, if you want to teach me.
I don't even know if I can.
You
It's
just
one of
have
those.
to talk.
It just
to
kind of
me.
happens, you know? Like,
You just kind of talk to me in that language. I'll pick it up.
Either way, not tonight.
Okay.
Well, yeah, not tonight. We gotta go to bed.
Yes.
We
Do,
got
do you
a
have
job to do.
Do you have any other questions for me before you go to bed?
Night, Dad.
Good night.
Do you think okay, fine.
Oh, I was.
Sorry, that was out of character.
I know it was, but I couldn't resist responding in character.
I got too many dads. Just kidding. Kidding.
Do you have any other questions before you go to bed? Now, speak now or forever hold your peace.
None that I can think of. Maybe in the morning.
All right. Then good night, Beck.
Can Hina finish out her watch with her dad?
She can if she
No.
wants to.
Yes.
All right. Does she have anything she wants to talk about with him, or is she just going to sit with him?
Should probably start with the whole dragon thing, because she was kind of confused.
Okay.
So, wait a minute. You put... Oh, you're gonna do that? Okay. Thank you. You put the dragon wormling to sleep because you disagreed?
Yes and no. The dragons used to live on this island. And the
Right.
previous owner of this home drove them off. And they did not recognize his authority. And then I came in to watch over the rift. And they refused to recognize my authority. And they would continually get in the way of my defending of the rift.
Hmm.
Well, the
Yeah, I can see how that
wormling,
would be a problem.
the wormling would just continually go get its mother to tattle on me, basically. So I would put the wormling to sleep, unless I needed the mother's help, in which case then I would wake the wormling up. It would go get its mother, we would handle the threat together. I would put the wormling back to sleep, and the mother would leave.
So,
I had to
why did you
deal
put it
with the
to
mother.
sleep in a statue of you, though?
Well, I knew if it was a statue of me, anyone who was a friend would not destroy it. And anyone who was a foe quite possibly be intimidated by destroying the statue of a deity. Also, by encasing it in a statue, other types of creatures have a harder time destroying it.
Does that make sense?
It was more of as a marker. I'm not going to go around breaking statues of myself.
Well, I wasn't gonna have Beck destroy a statue of you either,
Appreciate that.
because he wanted to. I'm just sorry that I did it. I didn't want to.
It's more of an annoyance than anything. As long as the wormling wasn't upset with you when it left.
With you? She didn't
Well,
seem
with
upset.
anyone.
She didn't seem upset.
Good. Then it's more of an annoyance. The mother and I have an understanding, so.
Do you want us to assist you with that?
That is up to you. If you want to hunt
mean,
down the
Kind of help.
wormling, then
That might be enough. We have no idea where to even look.
you'd have to start in Zostran. That's where the mother was living last I heard. In the
That's
Melee
not
Coast
close.
region?
That's really not close. Or cheap, from what I heard.
No. And with the destruction of the airships, it's definitely not close.
Were they all really destroyed?
All the ones that you currently have access to.
What does that mean?
All the ones that I am aware of. There's a possibility that there are still some. But I don't know,
Really?
because I haven't heard from that section of the world in, well, since the dawning.
Are you talking where Honora was?
Yes. Honora was shrouded from most of the war because it was so far north. To my understanding, none of the interlopers ever went that far north. So they were relatively untouched. So it's possible. I know nobody went up there to gather people. So it's entirely possible that there is a remnant in Honora of civilization the way that life was before the war. But I don't have any proof of this. I haven't been able to go check,
Right.
and nobody's told me.
It would require somebody actually being able to get up there, though. From what I've heard, from what people have been saying, extremely difficult, if not impossible.
Yes, well, the Astura Sea has never been easy to traverse. There are sea serpents, and the weather in there goes crazy because of the way that the ley lines intersect.
Yeah. Which is, part of why we had boats in the first place.
Yes. Just fly over them, it's no big deal. However, it's just not quite that simple anymore. I mean, she can't fly all of you, but I'd be willing to let you borrow Haruko to take a few of you up.
That'd be a tough split, but I can think about it.
Either that or have her guide a ship for you.
I guess she could do that.
Because she could fly above the ley lines and show the safest path. She certainly knows where it is. She's been there once or twice.
True.
And she loves to visit the temple up there. I wonder if they still have that massive temple to your grandfather.
It'd be really cool to see.
Again, this is all theory.
Yeah. I mean, you've been here for how long?
A long time.
Yeah. Who knows? Things may have changed. I'm just, wishful thinking, I guess.
Yes.
Jonathan, what are you doing? Sorry.
You're
I
fine.
don't know what he was doing.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Or should you get off to bed?
I probably should rest.
Probably. You're going to be visiting the Colossus tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
This one is a not quite intact remnant from the war.
It's almost like I never left.
Well, I think you'll find it interesting.
Take your word for it.
Please do.
Probably rest now, though.
Good night.
Good night, Dad.
And with that, those of you who need it can take a long rest.
Yay.
I take 4 long rests.
When you guys wake up, there is meat smoking over a fire. There are eggs and fruits.
I need to walk away for a second, but Hina and Nero will just sit down quietly and start eating.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to do other than interact and eat food?
Nothing comes to mind.
No conversation you'd like to have with the Guardian? No one.
Beck couldn't think of a question.
No one wants to pet the Galaxy Phoenix?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for them to come back before we fully move on.
I'll pet it.
Hello!
I'll pet it.
You'll pet it? The bird happily takes pets.
Yep. Beautiful.
It preens happily under your fingers.
Perfect.
Mel has pet Haruko, the Galaxy Phoenix. The Phoenix is happy. Alright, let me just get this map ready.
Hina would always pet Haruko.
He also pets Haruko. Haruko is very, very happy. I'm just getting this map ready. Any other conversation that Emel, Hina, or Nira, Zelia, or Star I would like to have with the Guardian before y'all head out to the Colossus?
Nope.
Ah, you know what? I wish I had the Legend of Zelda Shadow of the Colossus music.
Shadow of the Colossus is a really good track to pull from for D&D.
It is. I didn't think of it in time. I should have done that. Dang it. We're going to the Colossus. But there's no conversation that anybody wants to have with Korik while I'm trying to get this map to
I don't know how to
set up.
start it. I don't know how to start the conversation I'm thinking of.
Who wants to have the conversation?
Nira.
Nero wants to
Nero.
have it. Okay.
I don't know how I want to start it, and I don't even know if it's gonna come out of my mouth.
Well, it needs to.
I know that.
Who's this conversation with?
The Guardian.
Okay.
I mean, and whoever else is around. I don't really care who's listening.
Everyone's sitting in. I mean, he's just kind of sitting there, like, poking at the meat on the fire to make sure it roasts right.
Ah, I don't know how to do this.
Is she just kind of like staring at?
Reflect. Feeling no.
She's just kind of
Yeah,
like
she's
staring
kind
at
of
him.
just watching him, I guess, trying to figure out like what to say.
Okay.
I guess.
In that case, he'll pick up on it and he'll be like, Can I help you? You're watching me rather intensely."
I I just find it so strange. Not you, just
Then what?
the whole fact that the we're related, I guess. That's bless you. Weird.
I can see that. I mean, there are thousands of years in between us.
Well, that's true. But like Amel can trace it back to you. And you just happen to know.
Yes.
I don't know. It's just weird.
I mean, that's
You also knew about my circumstance from the other side of the world, which is also kind of weird.
that's also fair. I just happened to hear about it.
Do you have an opinion about it?
Glad I get to know my daughter's descendant.
Glad was not the reaction I was expecting from this question.
Well, I am. I'm glad to know that her descendants are still going strong. Albeit a bit emotionally challenged, but the bloodline is still going.
Okay, I'm a 16-year-old girl. I'm allowed to be emotionally challenged.
I didn't
sir.
say you weren't, just said that you. It's a fact, not an opinion. You are emotionally challenged.
I would say emotionally tried, but sure. Whatever you say.
What's really the difference?
One makes it seem like I can't, while the other makes it seem like I'm just axed.
You have a lot of emotions and you don't know how to deal with them. Is that a better description for you?
Sure. I'll take it.
All right then. My daughter was adventurous. She liked to get into trouble and turn over all the stones.
Kind of clashes with what I would have expected.
She was the one who offered to go out and help settle the world. I mean, it was a very fraught time. I mean, Saray was only a couple decades old. Humanity had barely recovered. Hadn't really recovered yet.
I'm not trying to speak ill when I say that. I don't know, I expected all your kids to be, I don't know, lordly types or something.
You have met me, haven't you? How lordly do I seem?
I meant. Well, when I think of the Sky Queen's descendants, you don't come to mind first. The royal family of Abai comes to mind first.
They come
Which,
through my
that's
line.
pretty lordly. Yes, I know that now.
Look, you become what you must in times of survival. Especially when placed in a position of leadership. I can be stoic, royal, if I need to be. I don't want to be. But I can if I need to. My son needed to. He had been left in charge, and he taught his children how to be in charge. And they taught their children how to be in charge. I'm sure Emel has an imp in him somewhere. He comes from my blood.
I knew that.
See? Being lordly is learned behavior, not genetic. My family is full of gremlins. From the top down. Of the deities, the only reason my mother and father seem as put together as they are is because they're compared to the Time Archivist and the Trickster. Beings of utter chaos. So, I mean, you're literally talking about the god of tricks and the god of chaos. When compared to those two, everybody looks tame. It's the only
Wasn't
reason.
trying to rile you up.
Oh no, I'm
Even
just
question.
It's not the first time this has been brought up. Maybe perhaps
Wait,
by
so the
you.
first time what?
That this topic has come up to me. People always have a hard time reconciling the goddess of order with my family. But it's true. The only reason she looks so put together is because of who she's compared to. Zrami looks tame compared to Volta. Zrami is anything but tame. Mote, the god of conflict, seems timid compared to the chaos that is Volta and Bacaric. It's all a matter of comparison. We're all imps. My mother is as orderly as she is because she has to be. Because someone has to keep all those idiots in line. But trust me, take her siblings out of the equation and she's a whole different being. She wasn't always known as the goddess of order. She was the goddess of life and the sky. Order was tacked on after the war. Because someone had to. But again, lordliness is learned behavior. Being feral is genetic. There's a reason I can fight dragons with my bare hands.
Noted.
You said you recognized that Mel had some of my impishness in him.
Yeah.
See? That's the genetic part. Everything else is taught.
That's true.
Does that help?
I guess so.
My daughter was the adventurous type. She wanted to explore. She wanted to help people. She wanted to make life better for others. I wish you all could have seen what it was like when the gods walked this plane.
Bet it was something.
That it was. That it was.
I don't know where John is.
That's okay. Currently, you and I are the only ones at our keyboards.
Oh, great.
So,
Let's keep going. I don't know what else to say though.
I mean, if you're really looking for ideas, Hina could offer up some info about the conversation she had with him last night.
That's true.
My own desk.
I'm drawing a blank. Holy crap. Well, I vaguely recall being quite the stick in the mud myself there, Dad.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, maybe not stick in the mud, but like, you know,
Clingy.
being the. Well, not always. Being the one that has to do things the right way.
Well, that's because you were the youngest. And I had already learned what I could and could not get away with at that point.
Yeah, but I was still more in line than they were.
Yes. You were also the only one born after the war had started.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
True, it might not have been fully fledged at the time you were born, but still already happening.
Yeah.
My phone wasn't charging enough for disc,
Ah, gotcha.
so I
Oh,
was trying to.
do you need to hear, or can you hear?
Oh, I can hear.
Okay.
No. So what I just did was try to clean up the port, so
Mm.
because I plugged it in at 18%, and when I checked on it, it was 9.
Oh,
Fun.
But it's not really charging.
No, it's not. It's going the wrong direction.
No, no, that's just dying
Slower.
so, Dad, last night you mentioned I was half asleep during that conversation, I'll be honest. What were we talking about?
We're talking about the lack of airships.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Airships.
For Beck and Emel, and the others, but April is AFK at the moment. This is the first time you've heard of airships.
Weird.
A ship in the air? Now I've heard everything.
They were quite common pre-dawning.
Wait a minute. Hina, is that why you were staring at the sky when we were in Avidite? She just kind of nods, like, yeah.
More sense.
We used sky ships way more than ships on the water.
Oh, we
Goes
hardly
faster?
hardly ever use ships on the water,
Right.
only for fishing.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it was very rare. I mean, the sky ships, while yes, they're further from the ground, they were safer because, you know, sea creatures and waves weren't an issue.
You could also fly up above the clouds, so weather wasn't a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And they were faster, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were. Water travel's actually really slow.
It is. That's why I'm glad I have wings.
Yeah, I'm just sad mine don't last as long.
Yes. You can't fly to Honora on yours.
Yeah, I know.
I also told my daughter that if you wanted to try and visit whatever happens to be left of Honora, you could take Haruko, but she can't carry all of you.
I'm sorry, what's Honora?
Sorry, no, wrong character. The ancient city that's on the Lost Continent.
No,
Oh.
Honora is also the name of the region.
Okay, well, I'm referring to the map we have.
Yes.
That's where Erica went, right?
Yes, that's where Eric is trying to go.
Oh, then yeah, we'll definitely take Haruko with us. Catch up with her, see how she's doing, make sure she's not dead.
I'm about to say, since she can't carry all of you, she could also guide a ship on water.
After we make it back from Mukatara, I don't think we'll have much problems convincing another ship to take us.
I'm more worried about Erica.
If you have an
I'm
idea
sure
of,
she's fine.
if you have an idea of where she is, I could send Haruko to check on her.
You can send someone to check on her?
Well, I could send Haruko.
Well, she was headed up that way. Let's see, I talked to her.
It was weeks ago.
It was a month and a half ago, probably.
Oh, that's a long time.
Was it before or after? Remembering, I don't remember. I think it was after.
It was after.
Yeah, it was
After sounds right.
The
probably,
day
like,
after.
Israel 1 or 2. Yeah.
Wait, that reminds me. What day is it? It's called 20 something.
21.
Awesome.
Why?
Oh, one of my favorite days is coming up. On the 23rd.
Brawl Brim? That's
That's
not a
Brawl
day.
Brim. No. It's just a
What?
day every day on the 23rd in the pits, a massive fight would break out, and the winner got free meal for a week. I've won 7 times in a row.
probably because of Brawl Bar.
There was a
Did I say it
religious
wrong?
reason behind it?
There's an A. I missed it.
Yes, it's
Isn't
Look,
the
I
that-
just really like fighting.
it's the holy day.
Isn't that the holy day?
Yes, for Motei.
Oh.
Storm
Yeah.
Sword got a conflict.
Wow. I am really not connected to any god.
Yeah, we know.
Stormsword is the god of conflict, so it's not unusual for on his holy day people to settle things with fisticuffs and other small spats.
That explains why so many of the prisoners gave me their bootleg wine. I didn't have any. Smelled gross.
I said spats, not spirits.
Well, I won, and that was just what they gave me.
Okay.
Look, I mean it like it was a massive fight. In the pits, in the cafeteria, in the showers.
Why don't we get
People just
going?
started throwing fists.
Why don't we get going to the
Yeah,
Colossus?
Let's go, please.
All right. So, Haruko can take 5, and if I do it well, I can carry 2.
I immediately take a seat on Haruko.
So it's 3 up on her back, and then 1 in each talon.
Do you have a preference on which two go with you?
Preferably a small one. And maybe you, since you have wings, so I wouldn't have to carry you the whole time.
Okay. So Starai and Hina will go with Guardian. My
Okay.
brain drew a huge blank. And then I guess everyone else is on Haruko.
Who wants to be in the claws? Because you will be carried. Yeah, because you will be carried
That's
mother cat style,
Mira.
with claws at the back of your shirt dangling.
Well, then to be nice, Amel will be in one of the claws, and Celebrant be the one because they're wearing armor, like heavier armor.
Okay.
Better
So.
support.
So that puts Zelia, Beck, and Nira on Haruko's back. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and activate this. Whenever it loads. And then I'll move the Mukatara token after. And basically you are all just lifted up. I'm going to change the music if it ever allows me to. Is token vision on? Is that what's going on?
I can see.
Yes.
Okay, hold
I
on.
believe token vision is on because I can only see in a radius.
I can see everything.
Okay, give me a second. I will fix this, because token vision is not supposed to be on.
Well, I mean, I didn't see anything. I saw nothing.
Well, you're all supposed to be able to see everything, basically.
Oh, I can see everything. I have 4 characters on screen now.
Come on. So basically, as you are flown over, you see that this is a very large, kind of mountainous area.
Because Nira can see it.
I
So she can see nothing.
swear. I accidentally opened up another map while trying to fix the token vision. And now it has the whole,
Oops.
you can't load another scene while you're in the middle of switching scenes. Ah!
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry. I hate how laggy this thing is being today. But basically, what's happening is that you see this mountainous region, and across this mountain lies a... It looks almost like a skeleton to those of you who are not familiar with robots. Robot. But this is basically the exoskeleton of a giant automaton.
She'd be able to hear you better if you were over here.
Yeah, I can't tell what he's saying.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Sit down. Sorry. What were you saying?
I was saying that it's basically a giant automaton that holds a massive sword that lays limp over this, and there's several figures across this area, and the Guardian and Haruko just kind of drop you guys off, and then you hear the volcano begin to erupt, and he basically
Oh,
curses
boy.
and flies off. Leaving you.
This keeps happening, right? As we get dropped off. But, such is life.
And
You
as
should make an expression for them.
and as you look over this, you see several interesting figures, including the arcane automatons that you had seen in Serenity. You see some of the wildfire spirits that you had faced on other places of the island. And Beck, you notice a creature that you are particularly interested in that is currently squaring off against one of the automatons. And that is a small red dragon.
Hey, dragon.
And that is where we
What's
are
it
going.
fighting?
That's where we're going to end tonight's session.